I'm excited about this project, not because of the technology we used, but because of the way we use the technology to enhance and optimize our processes on board. Ionic is a relatively young company. It has been established in 2009 as a family business and is growing rapidly ever since. As you could see from our fleet, we managed to keep the average age of our fleet quite low while it has been expanding every year. However, we have a vision to become the best in class and recognized as industry leaders, as very well stated by our managing director. However, in order to achieve that, we need tools, and technology is definitely one of them. There has been a long discussion, even in this forum, about digital transformation. But the question is that, is it really a necessity, or it is just a new marketing tool from the vendors to promote their sales? We believe that we need efficiency and productivity. We need to control the cost. We must meet the demanding regulations from the authorities. And of course, we must meet the demanding requirements of our customers. So it is a necessity. Yes, we need the technology, or at least we need end technology to achieve all these goals. Another question that I hear most of the time is if the vessel environment is too difficult to implement new solutions, new innovative IT solutions. Or sometimes I hear that the vessel environment is too hostile to host IT solutions. However, again, we believe that this is not the case. As it was also mentioned by the previous speakers, well, the new internet services provide the basic foundation based on which we can build our new technology solutions on board. This is very important, and that is probably one of the reasons that the digital transformation has started at this period. The technology is out there. There are so many highly reliable hardware and software that can operate on board. It's up to us to choose the right one. And of course, there are advanced monitoring and controlling and administration systems that we can use to manage the entire fleet remotely without the need of people on board. I hear many times saying that whenever you implement a new IT solution, you probably open a new door to a potential cyber threat. Well, I don't believe that, and definitely this is not a reason to stay behind in terms of technology. Well, if you provide the proper awareness to the people and training, which is the key to, because most of the cases that are happening, there's a human factor in the cyber threat. So if you provide proper training and awareness, I think you can manage the risk. Well, there are, again, in the market, advanced security features that you can use, that they provide you the benefit of creating security policies that you can adapt so as to safeguard your infrastructure. And of course, there are a lot of hardware and software, again, in the market that fulfill all these requirements, and the vendors are working on that, building new systems, more secure, to fight against cybersecurity. Probably this question should be the first challenge we have to think of. I think it was also mentioned before about the human factor. Someone from the audience raised this question. I don't know if he was referring to the crew or to the people in the office. However, the crew are, allow me to say, our customers, because the project I'm about to talk about is related to the digital transformation on board. So we need to make sure that the crew will not be a barrier to this kind of implementations. We definitely don't believe that they will be a barrier, but we have to train them. Shipping industry knows very well about training, so we can just enhance this training and include new technologies. We need to engage them. We need to make them part of the project rather than just an audience that they hear about a new solution. Well, I couldn't consider any solution that does not simplify things. Well, if it is a solution that complicates things, I don't see the value. So we need to focus on solutions that will simplify the crew task, and I'm sure the crew will be more than happy. Of course, we have to take away from their hands the administration. The people are not there to administrate IT solutions, which I know that in some cases it is happening, lack of other infrastructure. So we need to take away from them and make it centralized. And of course, we need to choose crew-friendly solutions, meaning that we need to create an environment that has the needed validations and control, and control, so the crew will not have to deviate from their job description. Well, summarizing, digital transformation on board, what are the benefits that we should be looking for? Well, of course, we should be looking for efficiency and reliability. We should be definitely make sure that it is cyber secure. That goes without saying. It has to be flexible. I mean, the companies are growing. I think one of the outcomes of this forum is that shipping is changing and it's transforming into digital. I don't know how long this is going to take, but definitely it is happening. So it needs to be flexible to adopt the growth of the company rather than investing every time to new technology because the company has expanded and we need new solutions. Of course, it has to be agile in order to meet the regulations or the customer requirements. Centralized administration, for me, this is very critical because we need to take away the overhead from the crew of administrating any solution on board. And again, it has to be crew-friendly, as I just said before. All these features, we managed to find them in one solution, the V-Box. And we decided to implement the V-Box on our entire fleet and make it the heart of our vessels. But the V-Box, it's not just a number of, let's say, hardware, software, sophisticated, integrated together. It is more than that. Well, it is actually a solution, or I would rather say it is a service. And because it is a service, in order to be implemented, it forces, well, actually, I think there is a change in the slides. Anyway, I have sent an update slide. Anyway, it is a service, and what I was about to say is that it forces us, we will see later on, to make some changes. First of all, it has a robust installation. It can be implemented on board, and it can stand against the potential hostile environment. It is set up in a high availability configuration, meaning that eliminates almost any chance of leaving the vessel out of service. Well, and of course, it is resilient to cyber threats, and it is aligned to regulations. It has a modular design that allows us to future expand if the company grows. It requires no user intervention on board, so as we take the overhead, as I just said, from the crew to do any administration task on board. And of course, allow us to create user policies and control the access, which actually creates this friendly environment for the crew and the controlled environment that we'll be looking for. It creates a unified network. I mean, for us, the vessel in the office should be a unified network. Similar service should be able to run from the office to the vessel back and vice versa. So the V-Box allows us to have this flexibility of creating a unified network and providing similar experience to the users like being to the office. Well, as I said, the flexible configuration it has didn't force us to make any changes to the existing infrastructure, and that was important because we had already done some, let's say, digital transformation in the office infrastructure, so we didn't want to make any other changes rather than expand the existing digitalization. And centralized administration and monitoring, which, as I said before, is very critical for us. So our digital transformation project with the V-Box brought us one step closer to our vision to become the best in class and recognized as industry leaders by our customers. And of course, it enhanced our business competitive advantage. Thank you very much.